Hello everyone, I'm Amy. Today I would like to share my reflection on MKTG 302 of consumer behavior. So first I would like to show you a picture. Have you ever seen this kind of title on social media platform? And what is your feeling when you see this kind of title? Do you feel anxious, scared because you think that might be the cause of your hair loss issue? Or do you feel surprised that you have never imagined that it's necessary to put sun protection on your hair? So, what is the underlying meaning of the social media trend? I think that reveals the concept need. The marketer used the marketing technique help you to realize that is the existence of certain need and you might wish to satisfy it by some form of want. Like the want is different for different consumers as it based on the consumer's knowledge, the culture and also the social context. Apart from the concept need, the concept discrepancy also revealed in this issue. Like discrepancy refers to the difference between the ideal state and your actual state. Hair is part of our body image. If the insufficient sun protection on hair really causes an issue of hair loss, then it might probably harm our body image and create a large discrepancy. So the discrepancy also leads to a tension which we might want to reduce it by making a purchase. So you might be curious that why do I need to introduce you this issue? Because I would like to talk about the consumer decision making process by using this sun protection issue as an example. For consumer decision making model, we consist of 5 stages. First one is about the problem recognition. For the second one is the information search. For the third one will be the evaluation on alternative, and the fourth one will be the product choice, and the fifth one will be the outcome. And to elaborate on this kind of model, I would like to introduce the marketing strategy and also the theory that involved in each stage. To continue with the sun protection issue, and now we are at the first stage, problem recognition, because we realize that our hair needs sun protection product. So after recognize our needs and problem, we may need to do some information search online. And if you search on Google, you just type recommendation, brands or review, and it turns out with lots of result, like including text review, video review, and also some advertising. So in this part, we may think that what is the role that marketing techniques plays? And in this stage, I will refer marketing techniques to the advertising. And advertising is probably communicate the product availability to the consumer and also how to reduce the search time for consumer. So before we come to the third stage, evaluation of alternative, I would like to raise a question that if you ever experience that if you want to buy certain product and your brain will automatically recall a brand. For example, if you're going to buy sport shoes and you probably think of Nike or Adidas, some kind of sport brand. And do you know why? It is because of the classical conditioning, and classical conditioning consists of 3 elements, which is unconditioned stimulus, conditioned stimulus, and conditioned response. Classical conditioning occurs when a stimulus which naturally causes a response is paired with another stimulus that doesn't initially cause the response. And over time, the second stimulus, which is the conditioned stimulus, causes a similar response because it is associated with the first stimulus, which is the unconditioned stimulus. This behavioral learning principle applies to many consumer phenomena, ranging from the creation of a brand image to the perceived link between the product and the underlying need. And there are various factors that would affect the conditioning process, namely repetition, stimulus generalization, and stimulus discrimination. So far so good, we come to the fourth stage, product choice. And after doing information search online and have evaluation on all the alternatives, and we're going to make the final choice, which is which product we're going to buy. So in this stage, it could be explained by the multi-attribute attitude model, and this model assumes that consumers' attitude toward the object will depend on the belief that he or she has toward the object, and it specifies three elements, namely the attribute, which is the characteristic of the product, the belief, which is the connection about the object, and also the important weight, which is the relative priority of an attribute. So for example, if I'm going to buy a smartphone, and price, storage, size, and also the thickness is the attribute. And if I'm going to put price as a dominant factor, so the important weight for price factor attribute will be the highest. So among various multi-attribute attitude model, the Fishbein model is one of the famous one, and it also specifies three elements, which is the salient belief that people have about the object attribute linkage, and also the evaluation of each of the attribute. Finally, we come to the last stage of consumer decision making, which is outcome. And for this stage, we will focus on the post-purchase behavior. And the post-purchase behavior could be simply divided into two ways. One is that the consumer satisfied with the product that he or she has purchased, and another one is not satisfied with it. And if you're satisfied with the product, then you may probably repurchase for a second time, third time, and you might become a loyal buyer, and you might also become word as the word of mouth based on your personal experience. And if you're not satisfied, then will be definitely a different cases. So the consumer who are not satisfied with the product they have purchased, then the inconsistency between the attitude and the behavior might occur, and this could be explained by the theory of cognitive dissonance. Based on this theory, consumer will take action to modifying a behavior or changing an attitude toward an object. Like for example, if they have received negative information on the product that they have purchased, then they may discount the negative information and focus only on the positive information. Why? Because it would help them to reduce the dissonance and the tension that created, and could help them to reaffirm that the purchase decision. So that's the end of my sharing, and if you have enjoyed my video, please click like and leave a comment for me, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.
I think I'm falling in you. They're playing slowly. 내가 뭘 하는지 더 막막해.